Hello, everybody. This is Jen. Today's date is 2/11/24. If you're listening a little bit after, or maybe here in the future, this should be fixed by then, hopefully. But right now, as of, like I said, 2/11/24, there's 5 or 6 known mods that have some malware. I will go through those really quick. They are the Cult mod uploaded to Mod The Sims by Pimp My Sims, Cult mod version 2. That's a fake account. Social events, unlimited time, uploaded to CurseForge by My Sims 4. These next 4 mods are all by MSQ Sims. It's a hacked account. They're all on Sims Resource. Weather and forecast cheat menu, seasons cheat menu, motherload menu, and mood cheat menu. Mouth preset N16, uploaded to Sims Resource by Players Wonderland. That's a hacked account. And Cult Sex Mod version 1, uploaded to Lovers Lab. If you have launched your game with one of the above mods installed and you don't have a virus cleaner installed into your game, just assume that your stuff is infected, and you'll want to uninstall Discord and any crypto wallet programs until you're sure the malware is gone. Mac and Linux devices are not compromised by the infected mods. You can download the fix. They're on CurseForge. There is a Sims virus cleaner. You just search for that. And TwistedMexi also released a mod where it'll detect and block viruses that are contained in other mods. You can search those, or if you're in our Discord, we've got links to those. And also, really quick, just because I finished editing and I didn't realize we didn't put this first, if you are over the age of 18, please proceed. If you're under the age of 18 or you have kids in the room, probably don't go forward unless you are away from your kids and you're an adult, just because it does discuss adult themes. And yeah, that's it. Here comes the episode. Have a great day. Enjoy. Okay, hello. Welcome to Under the Plumbob, the podcast about all things related to the EA-Maxis series of games called The Sims. We avoid the real world by talking about our made-up ones. Each episode will focus on one of several rotating themes, including building, gameplay, lore, and we're doing another mod episode. Hello, it's Jen.
Hi, and it's Allie. We love ourselves some mods because the base game is vanilla. And some people like vanilla, and that's okay. But not everyone likes vanilla. It's boring. For some. Me personally, it's boring. I like to spice things up.
Me too, because I have 45 mods. And it was today we're doing the RPO. It's called Relationship Pregnancy Overhaul Mod by Lumpinou. This is one that I have so many mods that this is kind of bumping up against the other ones to where I had to play last night to remember what is part of what mod.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And this goes hand in hand with some of the other ones. There is a mod called Realistic Birth by Panda Sama. And this goes hand in hand with that one. And then this one goes hand in hand with the Deep Indigo. So kind of all run together and they can be used amongst each other.
Okay.
And I heard from Whiny Brit. Almost all of my mods I hear about from her.
She is good to know from.
Yeah. And she recorded a little spot for us back on the YouTube episode if you want to listen to that.
She did. I almost forgot about that.
Yeah. So we're just going to give you a quick trigger warning. We'll get to it in a little bit. We will tell you when so you can skip forward. There will be pregnancy loss and abortion mentioned. We're not going to go over those. We're just going to say, hey, this is what this does. If you choose not to add them, your gameplay will not be affected.
Yes.
So I'll start with mod number 1. So there's 19 modules right now. The creator plans to do a little bit more, but right now we got 19. She just put the 19th out, I think, in October, I think. But this one is the pregnancy and family preferences. So, like, all of her stuff is on a menu when you click on your Sims. So, this one is pregnancy. We'll go under that. And then, like, there's options to say, like, do you want kids right now? Do you want kids not right now? Do you want kids undecided? You can ask your Sims kids, like, do you want siblings? You can ask your parents, like the parents of the Sims, like, do you want grandchildren?
Okay, so it's giving them that, like, the preferences that they've been, like, really pushing lately with Sims 4 to add into that.
Yeah. It's really cool, though. Like, I haven't monitored it enough. I guess I probably should have, but, like, when you ask your kid, like, hey, do you want a brother or sister? I haven't noticed enough to see, like, because you know how the Sims kids can, like, see the baby and they'll be like, unwanted sibling.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see if that correlates with that or not. I haven't paid close enough attention.
Okay.
And then there's preferences, like, you can even, like I said, I'm starting to wonder if I'm getting these mixed up, but I know that there's a romance option, and, like, you can show the, like, pregnancy stick to your partner, and if they have, like, the reaction, like, they didn't want it, like, they'll get real sad. But if, like, you're both happy, they'll both, like, freak out and they'll kiss you and be like, yay, we're having a baby. It's really cute. Thing. And then, like, there's reactions to there's, like, paternity test. You can take that and your Sims can react to, like, the pregnancy, like the paternity test rather.
Like a Maury option? Maury, you
Yeah.
are not the father. You are the father. That's probably what it means for sibling.
Yeah. And even then, like, you could even do the Maury option and be like, even though you say it's mine, I'm going to say it's not. I'm still going to insist this is not my baby.
Oh my god. It's not in my family tree. I don't see it.
And let me see. You can, so, like, all options, you can go to birth class, you can go to early parenthood. Like, the person who's pregnant can worry about providing for the baby or putting on pregnancy weight. You can ask your partner to organize to pay for the baby. You can go buy something and then it'll rabbit hole you somewhere. They added this recently where you can ask about the pregnancy. Like, you can say, hey, how's your pregnancy going? And they'll be like, nice of you to ask. I'm in my first trimester. I'm happy to be expecting. Pregnancy has its good days and bad days, but overall it's an experience to be cherished. Like, it's different too, like, based on if you want kids and you don't.
Okay.
And then, like, there's interactions, like, you can announce an unwanted pregnancy, you can bemoan not having used protection, discuss hopelessness about future with baby, ask to go to counseling.
Sorry. Discuss hopelessness about future with baby. Oh god, my life is hopeless. All I got is this baby.
There's your Maury situation where you're like, this is not my baby. I never wanted a baby, and now we're stuck with a baby. And then, like, I'm not the father. I'm not going to help you with this baby.
I don't even want this baby. I can't. I'm done. That's too much, Sims. This is so much for this, 3-day sim time period that you're pregnant?
So if you have MCC, though, you can extend it. I don't even know how long, to be completely honest with you. I just know that there is a setting in MCC. But yeah, so you can even say, like, what gender you want. Like, you can say, oh, I want a boy, or oh, I want a girl. Like, you can hope for what sex you want your baby. You can not care what gender your baby is as long as they're healthy, stuff like that. And and you can tell, like, your friends and stuff, share big news, talk about baby room decorations, enthuse about pregnancy. Sims who are neutral have only the interactions available to all. Like, if you're neutral, you can't, like, be happy, like, overly excited about it, because you're just kind of like, eh.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's that one.
Number 2. Fertility and protection. Mod number 2. So it's individual or global pregnancy risk, birth control, surgeries, and social interaction. So it's a fertility, global interaction fertility system. It can be set in the settings. Sims who can impregnate and Sims who can be impregnated have a fertility rate. Fertility is auto-assigned within a range that depends on the age, unless you have the extra option file to have it be defaulted for everybody. Auto-assignment has 5% chance of making a Sim infertile. You can adjust the Sim's fertility rate at any time, because you control everything in this game, because why not?
Yeah.
Sims who can be impregnated can have their fertility set to very, I can't do words today. Very cyclalic. Ooh, I can't do words. I'm gonna skip that one. You can also make it so that all you do. If you ever have to reassign fertility metrics to a sim, say if they change caste, gender options, for example, you can be able to do under the family and pregnancy, then fertility, and then options. So Woohoo has a chance of causing pregnancy. Because, what risk without a little fun? Or say, what fun without a little risk? The chance is a number based on the fertility of each sim involved and some minor other factors. Protection, Woohoo protection items and birth control can be used. These methods have a 5% failure rate. If they fail, the rate risk, as mentioned above, will be applied. So I wonder if you basically will pick between this one and
Wicked Whims.
Wicked Whims, it seems.
You're right. You have to use, like, somebody's settings over somebody else's with the fertility. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it's just kind of, like, up in the air.
Okay. I can see that. I think also MCC also has, like, MCC Woohoo, which is also, like, a pregnancy one, too. So I wonder if you have to choose between. Interesting. They have the try for pregnancy option. Try for pregnancy can be done only on beds. Well, that's no fun. It is the same as Woohoo, but with a deliberate attempt of getting pregnant. Chances of pregnancy with it are 50% higher than without. More details for trial pregnancy success chance increase. It takes the base chance for the Sims involved and increase it by 50%. Of itself. So basically multiplies the chance by 1.5. So that results in the Sim's individual rate. So depending on how you went in and did the rate, then it would increase it by 50%. Sims who want children will be happy to do it. Sims who do not will be likely to refuse, and then doing it won't be too happy about it. Oh. They will see in their acceptance animation or in a moodlet. Sims who are indifferent and want children get frustrated after several attempts that don't lead to a positive pregnancy test. Down the road, I will make interactions for this to cause conflict. Down the road, it will make interactions for this cause conflict in the couple. Drinking a fertility potion will increase your chances. Always forget about the potions. Always forget about the potions.
Oh, I thought that was specific to this. I didn't realize there was one that was like you could buy.
Yeah, I think for what is it called? People are probably screaming about this because you can buy like the extra.
In the rewards thing?
Yeah, kind of like potions in there. Yeah, I think one of those is like a fertility potion.
Because like with this, you can go buy it. You can buy it under the menu.
Okay. Let's basically make an extra step. Woohoo protection items, getting them and using them. Using them, you don't need to do anything with them. If your sim has them, they'll get used. So you'll get notified saying protection was used. Unless your sim is woohooing with somebody they agreed to not use protection with. You know, consent is key. If your sims somehow have no protection and are woohooing autonomously, or if you made it so that they woohoo without protection, you will get the following notification in a different color so that they can intervene and send them to get an emergency pill if you so wish.
So I guess I cut the picture out, but it's so like you get a little moodlet. It's like a gray or white moodlet. I forget what that means, but it'll say flying with no parachute.
That's pretty clever, flying with no parachute. Just so you know.
Yeah.
It's what your sim is doing.
I love it.
Some of those pop-ups are hilarious. I think for a while, like this for my Wicked Whims, they like let me know whenever I was in a building and then someone was like getting it on. And suddenly I'd randomly get like little pop-ups of this so and so is, over here,
yeah.
So and so's over. I'm like, oh my god, what are you guys doing?
I hate it when they're at your house and it's like Bella and Mortimer are, and it's like, why are you doing
I literally had to like make it so no other people can have sex on this lot.
Yes. Yeah.
Little things. So she when I was running a restaurant. Oh, yeah. I can't. Why? No.
It's
stop it.
So awkward. Like, I get it. Like that probably happens in real life, but like, why are you?
Just not on the premises, guys. I don't know what you do outside of work. Just not on the premises.
Oh no, it was the workers.
Sometimes.
Oh no. Get back to work.
Literally, the waiters. Oh no. In the Sims, people, not real life. In the Sims.
Yeah, not in our actual jobs.
Checking if a sim has protection. You can check it anytime and how many you have in your inventory. Your sim can ask others if they're on birth control or have items. If they do, then it doesn't matter whether your sim has anything or not. They'll both be protected. Buying them, the Woohoo protection items can be bought through a rabbit hole and also ordered through the computer game style, meaning available immediately. For whatever reason you want to skip over the realism of going to fetch them and get them instantly instead, you can place them in world and give them to your other sim. Hormonal birth control, where to get it, how to use it, and the side effects. Just like in real life.
Yeah.
How it works, it protects from pregnancy, but not. I think you mean STDs.
Yeah, it's WTDs because I don't know if they call it Wicked. So like it is STDs, but it's like the games version, and I can't tell if they're naming it after Wicked Whims or Woohoo transmittable diseases. That's what it is.
Oh, that makes more sense. Got you. Okay. There we go. Woohoo transmitted diseases are an option feature. Hormonal birth control is time-based, so you automatically renews every 7 sim days. To get off it, your sim needs to decide to stop through an interaction. You can get a sim needs to book a family planning appointment on the computer. After the appointment, the sim comes home on birth control. If your sim is on birth control, the sim who wants to have children will have the ability to ask them to stop it. This is for those who play relationships with NPCs, so that you have a way to have the result you want without needing to make the other sim playable. Here for that, because sometimes I want my sim to use you for a baby and then not actually have to play you.
There you go. Yeah, because you have spouses not on the same lot, don't you?
Yes. I do not move my spouses in. My sim spouses, I do not move them in. I will have them marry, I will have them have a kid, but you will not move into my house.
I feel that.
That's a weird one for me, but I don't know. For my sims, yeah, no. I'm dealing with just even when I have like my legacies, I'll have like the one parent and then the kid. And then once the kid reaches adulthood, I'm like, oh, well, parent, you either need to either moving the kid off the lot and this getting its own apartment, or parent, you're dying, and then kid, you're having the kid or moving on over.
I can't kill them, but that's what I do too. Like, I'm like, you're boring. The parents are boring. Go away.
I won't kill them, or I'll just move them. I'll just move them out.
Yeah, goodbye.
And I'll be like, and the grandparents will just visit whenever the main kid has a grandkid now. You're like, you're fine.
You can see the grandkid, but you ain't gonna grow up with them.
They can come around. They're there.
Yeah.
It's too many people to control. It's just too many people to control. Like 2 max and a dog. That's about it. Like in real life.
Yeah. Too many people, too many cooks in the kitchen.
Oh yeah. I gotta figure out what you're doing, control what you're doing. Yeah, no. Side effects. Hormonal birth control has side effects, moodlets for 1 to 2 points, mostly 1. From being able to get flirty for a day to spawning to not forgetting headaches and nausea. Special protection related interactions. You can ask to stop using condoms. These sims won't use condoms together anymore. They would still with other partners. Okay, so they can ask with one partner, but they still will use it with the other. Okay. Partners with who without protection to skip condoms just once. Sims can use sterilization surgery and procedures to reverse that. After that, they can tell their partners about it under woohoo bonus. Interactions depend on pregnancy wish. They can go snip, snip. There's also the interaction under romance to announce being infertile to new partners with whom a first kiss has already been exchanged. Sims can ask fertility to others with whom they have had a first kiss with.
Yeah, and if you if you say they'll get sad if they want to have a baby and you go get them sterilized. And then if they have a partner, so say they wanted to get sterilized, but their partner still wants to have a baby. If they tell them that they're sterilized, their partner will get sad too.
Oh.
And it's like 3,000 simoleons, I think, to do that.
Oh, it's actually pretty cheap in the sim world, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, look at this. Number 3 is woohoo transmissible diseases. So if I had scrolled down further, I could have told you that that's exactly what it was. So, this is basically STDs. You can get them, and then you can spread them, just like in real life. And, so, for example, there's... I think Wicked Whims comes with the version of crabs, the Sims version of crabs. This has what you can think of, they have it. There's UTIs, herpes, gonorrhea, chlamydia. There is AIDS, yeast infections, trichomoniasis. You can use a fake name for it though, if they kind of make you uncomfortable. The names for the fakes are, this is a little, the stinks, the purple pea infection, the bladder fire, the yucks, the foamy infection, the mighty itch, the parasite infection, or the outspread parasite infection.
Oh.
I
don't like any of those.
I think I'd rather have the normal name.
Oh. Yeah, no. I rather, yeah, no.
I got a case of the foamies.
I can't.
Sorry, babe, I got a foamy. I can't today. So, like, the NPC Sims randomly get the disease and then spread it. But then, like, you can also go into the cheat. Like, if you go into, like, the cheat thing, you can manually give your Sim one if you just want them to have it.
I
So,
want my
like,
Sims to have the mighty itch.
the Mighty Itch, you want some, what was
Purple
purple
pea.
peas?
The yucks. I feel like that's a disease the Goofy got.
Yeah, it does. And then he spread it.
Oh, never mind. Oh, intrusive thought. Go back. Intrusive thought. Go back.
So, like, the outbreak of herpes is not contagious. Yeast and UTI infections aren't either, because I don't think that they are in real life. I don't know. Everything else, though, can be transmitted. Sometimes they're symptomatic, sometimes they're gradually symptomatic. The Sims, like, when you get an UTI, like, if you've ever had them in real life, you know, like, you feel it burning. Like, the Sims, it'll start, like, burning sensation, and then it'll have to pee a lot more, and then it'll be like, oh, you go to the doctor, you got a UTI. Oh, and it can cause kidney failure, apparently, in this game.
Ew.
And then, like, you go to the doctor, you get tested. You can also have your Sim ask their, I don't know if it's just romantic partners, it doesn't say, but I know you can ask another Sim that you're with to go get tested as well. It doesn't, I don't know if this is a glitch or not, but it doesn't always come back telling you that they have it or not. You kind of got to ask them again, like, hey, do you have something? And they're like,
Sort of
yeah.
like, what's up?
Yeah. So you went to the doctor. What happened, bud?
You haven't talked to me in like 4 days. What's going on?
And like, if your Sim has it and comes back with it, you can accuse of having caught a WTD by cheating. If there was cheating, though, the moodlet will be different. You can accuse them of giving you a WTD. There's also side effects of the medication, like with the antibiotics for like the UTIs, it makes you sick, like nauseous. Sims can lie about having WTDs. They can be like, nope, don't have one, and then
How do you feel like that's a Marcus Flex move?
it is. That's a Don Lothario move too, I feel like.
Darn, that would be a Dawn move, unfortunately. And also like a Kyle Kyleson move for some reason. Or I feel like Kyle Kyleson would be very bummed that he got one and be like, oh man, I have the mighty itch, bruh.
And he won't tell you, and you'll just be like,
You'll have to drag it out of him.
yeah. And then it'll be like, did you cheat on me? He'll be like, I don't know what cheating is. It's not cheating. I never said we were exclusive.
Oh, Kyle. There's always one.
And then, like, you can get HIV and AIDS. It doesn't say if you die or not. I've never given my Sim HIV or AIDS because I have a thing where I've heard, like, the Sims are real in my brain, and I'm like, I can't kill you. So you're not going to die from that, and if you die, I can't be there when you die.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little much. If my Sims happen to catch it, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
I can't just, like, give my Sims, yeah.
Yeah, none of my Sims have had HIV or AIDS, and there's, like, medication you can actually, under the same menu, you can get you can get a thing to avoid getting HIV and AIDS.
Okay. I wonder, can you turn it off? Can you turn that option off and on?
I don't know. I know you can go in there though and like take it off, so like they don't have it. Like if they get it,
Okay.
you can take it off.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Just like if you can put something on your sim, you can take it back off of them.
Okay, pretty good.
So now paternity testing.
Maury. I wish Maury was. Is Maury? No, Maury's off. Maury's
Is he?
off the air now. He is.
Oh, I know Jerry. Well, Jerry Springer died, didn't he?
Well, yeah, Jerry Springer died. And I think Maury went off the air. We had the Steve Wilkos show. Sorry. Early 2000s, you weren't in school.
Yes.
Morning show lineup.
What? Jerry was our mayor in the 70s, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't alive then, but
I forgot he was like mayor of a town for a hot minute.
well, like it's a bit Cincinnati, so like the whole area.
Oh, yeah.
I need to know. I don't know what happened. Like my mother-in-law, I think she said she wasn't here. She was in Texas, I think. So like I don't know. I don't know what he was like as a mayor. I was not alive. I'm not that old.
None of us. You're thriving in our 30s here. Sometimes. Anyway, paternity testing. So in which Sims can discover who fathered their child, lie about it, tell the truth, rope another into marriage, reject the offspring, or more. It requires the paternity system to trigger. Sims must woohoo or try for a baby after the mod is installed. Pre-existing pregnancies cannot be recognized. Pregnancy triggered through MCC cheats and such will not trigger it.
Oh, that makes sense now.
Oh, were you trying to trigger it, but like you like made someone pregnant?
Yeah, sometimes too, like if you screw around with the settings in MCCC, so like some of this kind of glitches out. Sometimes it's a mod, it happens.
Yeah.
Like it'll be that I don't want them as far into their pregnancy as they are, so I'll push it back, and then like you can't do anything because you pushed it back.
Okay. So basically, you modify the pregnancy a little bit, so now
Yeah.
it doesn't trigger anything else.
Yeah. You can do like the first part of it, like the module 1, you can do that stuff, but it won't really do this stuff.
Interesting. If you use Wicked Wimp interactions or MCCC cheats to start a pregnancy, you must mark Sim as woohooed with if you want the paternity system to trigger normally at pregnancy discovery. Do so by clicking on another sim and going to actions and woohoo wellness settings. If a pregnant sim woohooed with only one other recently, they do not doubt who the father is. Immediately upon discovering pregnancy, the real father will be marked as such. They can, if they want, lie to the father to tell them they're not actually the father. That's some scandalous.
That's Maury.
I know. How come I can see that go? What household would this so be in?
That would probably be the Calientes. Like,
I was just about to say the Calientes, yes.
No, Mom, we didn't fuck your boy toy. Even though we did.
Don, just leave them Caliente girls alone.
No, Mom, I didn't go fuck the guy down the street named Don.
Fathers can doubt about whom fathered the child and express those doubts. They can request a paternity test. If the Sim's official partner is not the dad and was not wooed with any time recent, upon the pregnancy being discovered, they will know they were cheated on. Okay, so they would kind of like trigger everything. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
If a pregnant Sim recently woohooed with several who can impregnate, they will doubt who the father is. They don't know for sure. They can admit to not knowing who the father is, which is also a confession to having cheated, of course. If cheating applies, i.e., if not in a non-exclusive relationship, they can go to a psychic. After that, they can lie or tell the truth to Sims who've woohooed recently, of who they recently woohooed with. Sorry. What the lover of the pregnant Sim can do prior to knowing for sure. Sims who can impregnate can question being the father of a love interest child if they woohooed together soon before the pregnancy happened. This will lead to the Sim question to immediately say they don't know if they don't. If they do know, it will lead them to either telling the truth or lying. This is gonna be like, yeah, it's some Maury shit right here.
Yeah.
I don't know. This can't go in my game. Can my Sims be hoeing sometimes? No shade.
There you
No shade
go.
in the game, but
Let them hoe it up. That's also a mod. Hoe it up.
Sims who can impregnate can also request to do a paternity test no matter what. So finding out by elimination process, the game always knows who exactly is the dad. The mod does not make it up, but grab that info from the game. Everything else in the system is added code by me. This is from the notes from the programmer. If there are only two possible dads and the one tested with is the real one, the other one will automatically be marked as not the father. Because by this point, by elimination, the Sim obviously knows who it is and can be lied to or told the truth. If there are only two possible dads and one tested is not the real one, the other one will automatically be marked as the father, also as logic dictates, and can be lied to or told the truth. Now, if there are three plus possible dads and the one tested with / about to be the real dad, all others will be marked as not the dad. If the one tested that is not the real dad, he'll be marked as not the dad. But since there are 2+ options, the Sims still don't know who the real dad is. When a Sim figures out who fathered their child, be by elimination or by testing with the right one, they'll get a certificate in their inventory. If not doing much of anything for now, I'll add more to it later. It is a souvenir for now. Okay, that's interesting. That's kind of cool. So if there's 3+, depending on who they're testing, it still won't show automatically who the dad is until either the right one is tested or everyone else has been eliminated.
That is some Maury shit right there.
That is pretty good. So new possibilities after the test. As mentioned previously, once a Sim knows who the father is, they can say it or tell the truth or lie. If the mother has already found out who is the other parent, potential fathers can't ask to do a test, but instead will be able to ask for proof of who the father is. This will tell them the truth, just like doing the test would just like doing the test would have. If a Sim is told they're the father or have found out they are, they and the other Sim will each ask other to marry because of having a child together. It might be accepted or rejected. Relationship preference impact the result. Okay.
Yeah. And then, so, like, I thought that, so Mod 5 is teen pregnancy. Just know that we're not going to go over this because that's a thing you can explore if you want. We're not condoning it. But if you want to do it, it's the same as every other option that's been listed before. And, like, I thought that was only because, like, you know how, like, in movies and stuff, it's like a trope of, like, if a teenager gets pregnant, like, they're like, oh, you gotta get married, and that's why teenagers are getting married, because the teenager got pregnant. That's what I thought. I thought that was the only way that they could do the marriage thing.
Okay.
I'll do the temporary separation because this one, so I've done this one quite a bit. So, like, you can get a temporary separation even if you're not married. And then, like, you can basically, like, somebody's cheated or, like, you're just kind of tired of it. You'll go into the menu and you'll be like, request there's a temporary separation, and then there's like a permanent separation, and then it's permanent is either amicable or angry. So, like, if you do a temporary separation, you're on a little bit better terms. You can keep talking to each other to try to get it through, or you can be an asshole and like keep provoking them to want to break up with you. Separated Sims, you will like you can tell your kids that when when you're divorcing and you tell your kids like, hey, mom and dad aren't together and like mom and dad are separating. Um, you're gonna have to, and then the kid will have either a positive moodlet or they'll be sad or they'll be shocked.
They'd have a positive moodlet.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's sad, angry, or shocked. No, they'll be sad, angry, or shocked. They're not gonna be happy. Like,
Okay. I was like, dang, a positive moodlet? Yeah, dad's leaving. Woohoo!
I mean, as millennials, I think some of us are like, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Be like, oh, yeah. I can see, yeah. No probably should have separated.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can go to couples counseling. They haven't implemented that part yet, but it's a plan to do that in the future. So, what you can, like, your kids can go back and forth. It's the permanent one. Your kids, and we'll get to that one, I think, in a little bit. But the kids on the permanent one, you can do like a custody thing. It's really, it's interesting. Like, the kids can go back and forth between like their parents who've got custody, how long you got custody type thing.
Will it be like an auto, like going to work type of thing or going to school type of thing, like an auto?
Yeah, so no, like the kid will leave the household and go into the other household. So like it was a little glitched out like about a year ago. I don't know if it's fixed itself yet. I haven't tried it back out, but it was glitched to where like the kid would go to the other household and not come back.
Okay. Oh no, the daddy kidnapped the kid.
But so basically, like, you can decide if you want to get back together or not, and if you decide that you can like tell them they gotta leave while you sort out your feelings, type stuff like that. And like you can get back together, you can split up, and then that's all.
Okay, it's pretty good.
So now we got cheating.
Cheating! More Mori. Let's see, cheating. So, a module that changes the sentimental behavior for cheating. Tiering depends on the gravity of the fault and offers added features and possibilities revolving around cheating. See different reactions depending on whether a sim only flirted with another, kissed, or woohoo. Blame, forgive, lie about having only flirted, nothing more. Confess to cheating, tell a sim you slept with their partner, and more. Ooh, it's like a Days of Our Lives.
Yes.
I've never actually watched a single episode of Days of Our Lives, but that's what I get. That's what I feel.
It's giving like One Tree Hill also.
One Tree Hill, that works too. Very One Tree Hill. Let's see. So, individual jealousy characteristics, settings per Sims. So they can be jealous for everything, never jealous, not jealous for kissing, not jealous for woohooing, not jealous for anything except woohooing, or not jealous for flirting. You can choose if romance interactions trigger jealousy before being significant others or not. Okay, so you can do like open relationships, side partners, thruples, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, I love the variety.
Yeah.
Replacing the game sentiment system for cheating. The 4 cheating sentiments and... Okay. In the vanilla game, the Sims witnessing flirting will get the exact same sentiment as Sims witnessing cheating. There are 2 possible ones of the game will choose from in any of those cases. Betrayed by cheating or furious about cheating. Would it not make sense if the interactions depended on what was seen? So she changed the system. They changed the system. Now those two game sentiments will be given exclusively when woohoo has been witnessed or confessed to through the mod. The rest of the time, custom sentiments fitting the situation are given. So now for the development of the system, I've found more things in the game that, in my opinion, need tweaking. So expanding the sentiment situations. The vanilla game does not give cheating sentiments to Sims if the Sims cheating is not doing it with a boyfriend/girlfriend/spouse because of the technical conundrum that is the jealousy system of the game. So it took them time to figure out, since doing all the tests between married couples, the mod now changes the vanilla game behavior. So if a sim has two girlfriends in secret and one catches him with the other, they'll be able to get the cheating sentiment and the cheating related interactions. Expanding who can get a sentiment from witnessing, kissing, and flirting, therefore expanding who gets interactions from the cheating module. If in the vanilla game, Sims who are soulmates, not girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse being their soulmate, flirt or kiss another, not get the sentiment, now they'll get a minor, short cheating sentiment. In the vanilla game, Sims who are under the soulmate level but have a positive romance bar and are not married may get no sentiment from witnessing flirting. Now they'll get a minor, short cheating sentiment. Okay, so they kind of like pieced it, like even at different levels.
Yeah.
Different levels. Sims between 30 and 50 romance still have a good chance of not getting a cheating sentiment upon witnessing flirting, as they just don't care. Just don't care enough for that. Change duration of cheating sentiments. I left the game ones alone, but shortened the flirting one for my cheating module, as well as the kissing one longer than the flirting one still. Both of those are shorter than the game's cheating sentiments. This makes sense to me because the faults are different levels of betrayals, which is actually very factual. If you're trying to make the game a little bit more realistic, because not everything is so black and white sometimes. So when woohoo is witnessed or confessed to, they actually have a little video that can show this. We can always put it in the show notes.
Yeah, I'll put the link to the mod so like people know what to do. You will have to go, so like they've got a website, but then you go to their Patreon to download it. So like we'll give you like the website, because like I'm kind of like on my sections glossing over just because like I've played it and it's like in my brain. But like there's more settings and stuff you can go through that we're not going through, just for time, and also for like go download this and play it yourself. Like not in a like bitchy way, but like try things out and play around with settings more to like what you want to do.
Yeah, because they're telling you what it is, but you want to experience for yourself. Like I'm more of a hands-on learner.
Yeah. And then there's like conflicts and stuff that like we're not going to tell you all the conflicts. If you've got one mod and you don't have another mod, you need to kind of research a little bit more like what your mod would do versus not do, basically. Mm-hmm. If you need help, we'll help you.
No, definitely. Let's see. So when woohoo is witnessed or confessed to, so there's a little video what happens when the woohoo is occurred as cheating. Let's see. Confessions, choices, and pop-ups. Sims can also confess to loving another if love exists, but woohoo did not happen, and then confess to having cheated with if woohoo occurred with or without love. This leads to a pop-up window where Sims need to choose to stay or leave. Okay, so it makes you choose, like, right then, right there, right then, right now, unless you turn off the pop-up window, which you definitely can. Confessions impact the Sims who've cheated, the Sims they cheated with, and the Sims the Sim confessed to in terms of friendship / romance bar and of sentiments. Sims can also decide to end affairs via text by themselves, and partners may ask them to do that after learning of the cheating. Note, Sims can lie. technically you are doing the lying for the Sims, but Sims can lie.
Yeah. Don would do that. He'd be, like I said, he'd be like, no, Katrina, I was not sleeping with your daughters. What are you talking about? We're not close at all.
Very much. Okay, so Sims can lie when another expresses suspicions about closeness with someone or can admit to cheating right then and there. Ooh. Scandalous. I love this. I may put this in my game. This sounds like this would take stuff like extra.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's realistic because, like they said, like, I don't even know anymore if you can. Like, if it used to be, I know for sure in like Sims 2 and 3, if you caught your spouse cheating, you would like hate the other person. I don't remember if in The Sims 4 they even do that anymore, where you hate the person that they're cheating with.
I don't know. I don't think it affects like the three, like the whole triangle way. I think it literally just affects like you, your Sim, and their significant other.
Yeah. So like it kind of brings back the old stuff to where you hate that other person because they like kissed your woman or your man.
That's true. We beating up.
Number 8, it's artificial insemination. There's a little bit more to it than like the science babies. It's very similar to science babies, where if you're single, you can go, I think that it lists every male sim in the game that you could get inseminated by, or even if you have a partner where their fertility rate is low, you still kind of like get more of a chance to be inseminated if you use their fertility, their stuff. I don't know how to am I allowed to use the right word? I don't know. Why am I saying aloud? There's no parents here. If you're in an official relationship, it's advised to discuss with them first. You have to say like, hey, are you okay if we do this? And then it'll give a pop-up and like you can say yes or no. I don't want you to do this, or you do, I'm okay with you. If it's succeeded and they didn't agree to it, they'll be pissed off. If they agreed with it, they'll be fine with it. And then that person will be in your family tree. And then like you can have a surrogate. So like the one thing I don't like about this, and I don't think that this is their fault, I think it's the game's limitations. Mm-hmm. To where like if you hire someone to carry your baby, it's then that they are the parent and not you. And I think that is because of the game's limitations. It's not this person's fault. They can't control that part of it. You could like choose your Sims partner to be the sperm donor to the surrogate, or you can just have like a random surrogate. Mm-hmm. Sign up and like you get, I think, 10,000 simoleons if you decide to carry a baby for somebody else. And then what'll happen is, so like if your sim is the one that is the surrogate, they will give you, you'll go to have the baby, you click on the baby, and then you click adopt to like that family. And then the baby will disappear. You could have second thoughts though, and be like, I actually want to keep this baby. And keep the baby that you promised to give to this couple. It causes drama. That's what we'll say. It causes drama. Yes. Like, for just another layer of drama where, and I don't know if it affects that other Sims couple that, like, they get mad at you about it. I haven't checked on that, and I don't see that it says anything that it causes any issues with that Sim. Interesting. So then we got adoption. So we already have adoption that we can do in The Sims already. So let's see what they've added. Like, your Sims put their children up for adoption via agencies or into the household of friends and family after agreeing or fighting. Okay, so it's the other way. Also offer a different way to adopt children. Instead of just calling a phone number, leaving and coming back with a child,
Sims have to satisfy the criteria of adoption agents. Interesting. Sims are able to look at their biological parents. Okay, so option 1, Sims put their children up for adoption. So for babies, toddlers, and children. Oh, that's
That kind of sucks.
Ask partner, if any, about putting child up for adoption. Reaction chosen by the player if pop-ups are on by preference and chance otherwise. Put child for adoption, you choose which family they will go to. Okay, then they will go to. Reactions depending on pregnancy wish. Sims who want children will react more strongly. The parents will get a choice of 3 moodlets related to this for 2+ days afterwards at random as they think back on it. Choice to give child to foster system or Sims World Agency for adoption. The former doesn't give the adoptive family any info regarding the birth parents and doesn't let them choose from whom the child should go. The agency, however, lets the player choose where the child will go and allows for contact. So that's not too bad. So second option is that the Sims can adopt a child. Discuss with partner, if any. Adopt either through through the foster system. Less choice, much cheaper, and no selection. Basically, instant like the game system to leave people and out. Or Sims World Agency for adoption. Selective includes application process and assessment on various things, including a home visit. At the end, choose a child for you, but lets you pick yourself if you want. If you would rather pick a child rather than they just place one with you. During the visit, your Sim gets assessed on wealth, housing, household, career, social links, and outfit. I love how they're doing this whole social bunny thing. Or social links as in like friends, social link, possibly. You are supposed to go through the options when prompted. The adoption agent should stick close to your Sim's mailbox and return there shortly after going other places. So they're always able to locate. Once you've completed the event objectives, you can keep chatting or end the event by choosing it. Your Sim will get buffs depending on the adoption agent assessment of their situation for each criteria. Once the visit is over, the wait begins. I think it's easy enough to get accepted. Looking for one's biological parent. Sims adopted at baby or toddler age will not know they're adopted until their parents tell them. Interesting. Sims adopted at child age will know. Later in life, if told about their adoptee status, Sims can decide to interact or not with birth parents. With a biological parent, put them for adoption through the Sims World Agency for Adoption. The Sims adoptive parents has all the info needed and contact the biological parent, and the adoptive Sim will simply have to ask their parent. If the Sims were given to the Sims foster system, however, that information will not be available. The Sim will be able to engage in procedures to try and find their biological parents regardless, but might fail. Well, god dang! What did the Sims family tree know or no?
So, from my understanding, because I looked into this for something completely different, it wasn't related to this mod at all.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to figure out how to get one of my kids that got taken by the foster system back. But if I understand correctly, the Sim foster system, once your kid gets put in there, that erases everything from their
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think that's the parameters of the game. Another thing that the game can't be moved around on.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. And if a Sim has found info about their biological parents, they can contact them and decide to meet in person. In a social event of sorts in which the Sim will be able to ask why they were given for adoption and all that. Similarly, if a parent wishes to find their children whom they've given for adoption, the same process will apply. Parents who gave their children for adoption with the Sims World Agency for Adoption can contact the adopting family at any time to ask for news and ask if the child has been told they've been adopted. If yes, the parent can ask for a visit. The child will either accept or not. If they do, the same process of meeting and explaining themselves is available to the grown-up adopted children will be available. Adoption module does not have any compatibility concerns. It is compatible with every mod under the sun. I may get that one. That one's interesting.
Yeah, I've not played that. That sounds really kind of cute though. Like, I'll say it because this is like public knowledge. If you Google it, it's in like papers.
Mm-hmm.
Like my cousin's mom had given up a baby for adoption, and then like it kind of just happened to be like. So I guess it was my uncle's wife. She had given up her daughter for adoption, and then like timing kind of went to where she found her mom. Like she looked into it and she ended up finding her mom, and like unfortunately my aunt passed away probably a few months after that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like she finally got to meet her mom, and like she has a relationship still with those cousins of mine that are her sisters. Like they still have a relationship to this day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it's very like I think it's a very sweet story.
Oh.
But like it was sad though because like it was a few months before her mom died, and yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least they were able to.
Here's the custody and permanent separation. So like when you go to get a divorce, you like separating amicably or not. So breakups and divorces, you can try to do amicably, and then it'll ask you kind of like, why are we breaking up? So there's a few different options. You can say like, there's no love left in this relationship. There's like, I cheated on you. I don't want to have woohoo anymore at all. There's a few different options. I can't remember all of them. You'll have to go look this up. If you go to download this, no bad sentiments happen. If it's amicable, you do get sad because it's the end of a relationship, but like you're not angry at the person. If you do it unamicably, like angrily, there's a few bad ones. You go to court, you get custody. Like if it's amicable, you can decide if you want, like you'll decide custody, like, oh, I'll take him this week, you take him for a week, you get him for a weekend, blah, blah, blah. If it's not amicable, you got to go to court. So, like in real life. But I think even then.
Is it a rabbit hole?
Yeah, it's a rabbit hole. So like you'll go to like a court rabbit hole, and like the judge will like determine, oh, this sim actually gets full custody and you only get temporary.
Okay.
You can cancel custody arrangements and then redo them later from the actions menu under custody by clicking the played sim. Auto removal of custody. Normally if a child ages up to young adult, custody will be automatically removed. If the sims remarry their ex or permanent separation person, and the custody will also be removed. Oh, if they remarry their ex, the separation thing and the custody will also be removed. Custody is available to any sim who have a child together and don't live together. So this is where 1, 2, or 3 day visits from which the child should return automatically. When visiting another parent, child may be happy or annoyed. Sometimes they'll just want to be at home. Annoyance is more likely for teens because, teenagers. So like I said, they kind of like leave your household, and then however long they're supposed to be gone, they'll come back. And you can end the scheduled visit early by clicking on the custody parent or on the visiting child. So like I had one family where the mom was just being kind of a bitch and asking for custody, and like the kid didn't like their mom, and they're like, I just want to go home. So like the kid would go home early, or like the mom would get annoyed because like the baby, like they didn't want to take care of a baby, so they were like, get this baby away from me. Go back to your other parent. And then, like, you can take them to court to split the estate too and permanent separation. So, like, one sim may end up getting all the money and your other sim can end up broke.
Mm.
Yeah. You can change the custody agreements. You can switch from amicable or angry, and then you can remove the permanent separation by clicking under the X, going to actions, and then going to the Woohoo Wellness mod and changing the selection. You can hit the selection and go like change it from there. There's not a module number 13, and I don't know if that's on purpose. So 12 and 14 are pregnancy related. 12 is side effects. That just kind of says it's the mood swings, the cravings, the back pain, your typical pregnancy things. I don't know. I've never been pregnant. I'm going by what I've been told. Your partner can offer a massage to like help you. You can go get craved food. It'll have like sweet, salty, or rich food. The mood swings, you'll have mood swings, like you'll be sad, you'll be happy, like normal pregnancies. And then there's tweaks. You can just go in there and like turn off the morning sickness. You can turn off like a pregnancy animation when you're not aware of pregnancy. And you can turn on and off the pregnancy walk style period.
Okay. So you're doing that funky pregnancy walk in Sims, that giant waddle.
Yeah. Which is like, I see a lot of women do that, but somebody I know was just pregnant and she was like, she didn't waddle, but she also didn't get very big.
It's always different for different people, honestly. Yeah, because one of my servers is pregnant, and so it's funny because she's like 7 months now, and so we've seen her from the progressing and everything.
Yeah.
So we see her like she's like, yeah, I'm sorry to slowly waddle. We're like, no, not really. You're getting a little slower going across the restaurant, but you're not much of a waddle.
Yeah, and like one of my best friend's sisters had 3 kids, and like she's just like at a permanent waddle all the time. Like she didn't used to, my friend said, and then like after she's had all 3 of them, like I've slowly watched her also like go from a normal walk with the oldest, and like the last 2 she's had like kind of not back to back, but
close enough.
one's not a year yet.
Okay, like that 18, 16 months in between, yeah.
Yeah. One kind of walks normal, the other one, like, she's just slowly progressed into a waddle all the time now.
Okay, so romance and friendship. So Sims can choose to be celibate, so they refuse to woohoo. They can always be faithful, so they will not cheat and will refuse romantic advances from others. Non-romantic with specific Sims. Not develop romance with specific Sims. Non-friends with specific Sims. So you can basically be like, I don't be friends with you. I don't be friends with you. I don't want no romance from you. Just don't come near me.
Oh, I just realized that there was no 13 because that's the miscarriage one.
Sims can also view relationships. So they can view family, friends, co-workers, partners, or exes and choose to open their profile, invite them out or go out with them. Write and send custom written love letters. It's upcoming, but writing and sending custom written friendly letters and giving custom custom letters in person. You can also change gender preference of your Sims, like change gender preference of your Sim or any other in live mode. Auto assign gender preference in the world according to customizable percentages. Allow woohoo without romance.
I was gonna just go back to 13 real quick.
Mm-hmm.
For this, we're gonna just go over it real quick. This is the pregnancy loss module. We're gonna just say that you can skip ahead. We'll say 30 seconds. If we're still kind of in there, we'll tell you keep skipping. But just real quick, this mod you can I'm gonna let you start now. Skip ahead 30 seconds. Okay. So this deals with loss and miscarriage. You can basically miscarry your child and then they can go into your household. Like you can choose if they go into your household or not. And then you can get an abortion. I think it's like 500 simoleons and kind of just, you know, deal with that. And this can do, like, teenagers can have this happen too. So we'll give it a few more seconds. And we're back to number 16.
Perfect. Solid. 16, the Meet and Mingle dating app. So customizable visible dating profiles, relationship goals, blind dates, semi-blind dates, pick dates, and various filters. Let your sim have visible, readable online dating profiles. Build your sim's dating info and profile. You can write custom taglines, paragraphs into your individual sim's dating profile. There are various date options, so blind date, semi-blind date. You can pick a date via various filters, so same age, different personalities. I like this, you like that, blah, blah. Once in a meetup or a date, your sim can take things wherever they want them to go. At any point, your sim might ask they simply if they want to meet up to be a woohoo encounter. You know, Netflix and chill real quick. You can also decide to simply just be friends. If the other sim says they're okay with the woohoo encounter, woohoo interactions and other romantic interactions will become available without romance. The point and points won't build up. If the other sim says they're okay with a platonic connection, romance will become also impossible for the duration of the date. So optional relationship goals, you can be serious, anything, just a good time, or just friends. And then you can personality-based turn on and turn offs. If you have Wicked Whims, or Wonderful Whims by Turbo Driver, Sims interactions, preferences, turn turbo mods can show in Meet and Mingle dating profiles. So they're working together for that. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Be connected occasionally by other Meet and Mingle users. If you set your profile as visible, more of these will be added later. Ask other Sims about their goals and personality preferences. Define gender preferences via the app if you want, instead of having to go into CAS. Gender preferences are, just a note, gender preferences are automatically respected in all Meet and Mingle options, except in the two filters that deliberately and explicitly are to browse non-compatible Sims. So you can do, so there's a private messaging system, open conversations with specific Sims, chances to get messages and decision pop-ups, have control over what features play out and don't with a super easy and convenient settings menu. You can access the Meet and Mingles app from the Sims phone from the Dating Life menu. If you have Mod 15, you can modify non-currently played Sims Meet and Mingle profiles. If your world lacks Sims, you can generate more single Sims to appear on the app under settings in the phone. Okay.
I think we're probably going to tag the creator in social media stuff, but like, I don't really, when I try to play this module, I kind of had to give up on this one and just switch to Simda. It's by Little Miss Sam. I had to switch to that one because like a lot of Sims were not showing up for me. There'd be Sims like I would want them to go for meeting people, but then like not friendly, but like meeting people, and then like I get Sims that already had a partner, or like I had to keep going in to generate more single Sims, and then like even still it would kind of just give me like married Sims. So like It very well could be me doing something wrong. That's always the case. You may figure out how this works, and if you do, send us a message and hey, stupid, this is how it works.
No.
I'm in old lady brain because now I'm over the 30, and I'm just like, I don't know how anything works anymore.
Yeah, I turned 30, and sometimes it's like, wait, what?
What do you mean my phone can do all this stuff? I don't know. How do you do that? Oh, you're not going to show me? You're just going to tell me? Yell at me? Okay, never mind. I don't want to know. So we got a charming chemistry. I've seen this work a little bit. I don't see it. I've not seen it very much happen. It's not just like physical, like looking at the person and thinking they're attractive. Like I think Wicked Whims does that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you go based off that. You can like find them neutral, rather charming, very charming, charmless, and thoroughly charmless. Unilateral means each sim has an independent chemistry reaction to the other. It's not the same for both. So like you could have chemistry and that other person just doesn't feel it with you. It has little chemistry icons next to certain things on the romance menu, so you can use that to get to know that person and it might work a little bit better. You can ask them about their turn-ons. You can ask them their opinion of a sim under friendly. You can customize all the settings. I just haven't played around with this one yet, and I've only seen like 2 or 3 sims really get into it, so I don't know how this one works. You'd probably have to play around with it because it's like life, personality, and life factors, and the physique, not just like looks.
Yeah, I would say I wonder how that would go, how that would work with the attractiveness features that Wicked Whims does have with that as well. Any preferences and options they're giving the Sims?
Yeah. And like I noticed it did happen on 2 sims that were like same sex. So like I think maybe that had a little bit more to do with it too. Where like you've got your same sex attractiveness versus like an opposite sex where it's maybe a little bit harder to tell.
Yeah. Mod number 18. Expanded woohoo. So they're expanding your woohoo options. So kind of so woohoo anywhere, woohoo on any object, multiple partner woohoo, swinging woohoo parties. So woohoo any object and anywhere. Woohoo options are all under romance, physical intimacy, just like the game ones. You can woohoo on unconventional surfaces. So kind of like if you have Wicked Whims, it kind of lets you kind of woohoo anywhere. This also allows you to woohoo anywhere.
You don't,
but not as graphically woohooing everywhere.
Like the woohoo, when you go into the shower and you woohoo and you've got the little special effects, that's what it does.
Okay. Yeah, so you can woohoo anywhere, click on a sim, and select woohoo where. Sorry, woohoo here to woohoo absolutely anywhere. Note that you will not see your sim, only special effects. Couples extended woohoo, so you can do some swinging, some multiple partner woohoo, some threesomes, some woohoo parties. Each of the below extension woohoo features will not cause jealousy, as all that stuff that the sim must agree to beforehand. So the Sims extended woohoo features are accessible to singles and to couples who either have either agreed to be open to doing these things or are in a non-exclusive arrangement. The option to agree to participate in expanded woohoo, swinging or woohoo parties or multiple partner woohoo, or to add such an arrangement or under RPO woohoo life. Temporary limitations. Multiple partner woohoo is limited to 3 sims for now. Once the mod has had a run and figure out how it works, and they will expand it out to 5.
That's a Wicked Whims. So.
That's a lot. I know that's too many. That's a lot.
I've had ADD ADHD though, so I can't say more than one other person.
Even 3 is a lot sometimes, but 5, woo, okay. Multiple partner Woohoo has 4 locations for now. So bed, shower, hot tub, and bushes. Next, they'll add Woohoo here and to Woohoo on unconventional objects. They are asking whether locations you would want to Woohoo on next. Hit them up if you have any suggestions. Multiple sim Woohoo have up to 3 for now and up to 5 later. Sims participate at once. Note that the animations are the usual game ones, showing only 2 sims. The others join the location and they will not be visible for the duration. Okay. So it'll show just the 2 even when they join. Okay. Every sim involved gets the typical moodlets, romance gains, etc., and they enter or leave the Woohoo location at the same time. WTDs are transmitted across the board if if applied. Pregnancy risk gets applied once if I can't do words today.
I get it.
There. Swinging. The option to start swinging with the sim is done in 2 steps. First, sims ask their partner about swinging with a particular other sim. If the partner agrees, then the sim needs to ask the third party if they would be interested too. If yes, then it's all done. Sims can ask their partner if they would like to swing with another couple. If accepted, the couple must find another couple to swing with. Swinging does not require and does not grow romance. The couples can terminate this agreement at any time. So the Woohoo parties can be started under the phone option for social events. Like any other game social event, if there are Sims in the household that cannot or will not participate in the party, it is recommended to send them somewhere else for the duration. If they are present, they will constantly be shocked. They'll constantly see shocking things and react to those things. A good time to volunteer or something.
No.
Go to a sleepover. Go to sleepover to the kid's house. Go to the pancakes.
Right.
Go to the pancakes. Actually, Bob and at least they'll probably be there. Bob and Eliza will probably be there.
I mean, they kind of probably should, because maybe that would help their marriage.
It is also really recommended to have many Woohoo services available for the guests. Otherwise, they will be constantly be trying to Woohoo in the same location and push each other out of the way.
Oh boy.
That'd be that's a lot. Well, that's interesting.
I have not done the party thing yet. Like, I didn't even realize there was a party option. I did have the couple in the new pack, the horse pack, is a lesbian couple. I did have one of them, like, open the relationship. Then they help on the farm, too. So, like, that was, I've done that part of it. I haven't done the Woohoo parties. Like, I'm interested in that now to see how that works.
I'm also interested in that because my dirty save, my strip club save. I wonder if I can do the Woohoo party in the strip club, and then we can do like bachelor parties.
I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but there is like a Woohoo party, but I think it's actually called Sex Party because of the way that Wicked Whims is. There's an option for that too.
Oh.
Like under Wicked Whims now.
Excuse me. I'll have to look into that. I haven't played in a hot minute. I haven't played that save in a very long time.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
I played my other games, my other saves, but that one I have not played in a very long time.
I've been addicted to Power World for the last week.
I think that's why I played with the horses.
Oh. Did your horses work? Because Vanity's horses didn't work.
I think it like half worked. Like I felt like it worked, and then I felt like it stopped working.
Leave it to the Sims.
You tried, EA. Not really, but you say you tried.
So this is adult life. So like they tried to stay away from any like explicit wordings, and there's nothing visually graphic. If you want like the features of Wicked Whims, but you don't want to see it, I guess you could go I would maybe go more with this. I don't know how Wonderful Whims works, to be completely honest with you. But, like, this seems like a little bit of a more realistic option than those. You get all the modules, it's kind of more realistic than Wicked Whims, because Wicked Whims only has one WTD, and this one has several.
Yeah.
So this is all about adult life. She said, if its themes are problematic to you, like Woohoo Drive, Kinks, Woohoo Dynamics, you don't have to get this. You've got a Woohoo Drive, you can have it high, you can have it low. Your Sims can have conflicting Woohoo Drives, and then, like, as in any relationship, that causes issues. So, like, age, mood, fertility cycles, and hormonal elements impact the Woohoo Drive just like it does in real life. The Woohoo Drive will also affect if they accept or refuse when they're asked to do it. If a sim who has Woohoo Drive does not woohoo for a length of time, they can get lustful, which pushes their autonomy towards asking for woohoo, and it makes them less discriminatory about who they'll woohoo. Ask to woohoo.
They'll get it where they can get it.
If the Sims have balanced woohoo drives, they're satisfied that their propositions are rarely rejected. But like I said, the Sims will get frustrated if it's not. If it's been a long time and they keep getting rejected, they can start to get frustrated. If they're Sim, they might decide to offer to open up the relationship so their needs can get met. They can complain and enthuse about the state of their woohoo life. They can increase their woohoo drive with supplements. The supplements can also be used to decrease woohoo drive. They said it's not necessarily realistic because people said that they figured you might just want it for storytelling. Sims can ask each other about Woohoo Drive so you can find out who's balanced with you. You can watch WooTube, so like Pornhub essentially. You can also, I think it's either with this one or the other one, you can woohoo yourself. There's like self woohoo when you go into your bed. So then there's woohoo roles. It's insertive, receptive, either or neither. Woohoo styles and your kinks. You can pick like if they dirty talk to you, or like there's a few other ones you'll have to kind of like go into them more. They're not in here, and I'm gonna kind of not say that because I'll let you guys describe it to keep this a little bit safer for work, even though it's not really very safe for work.
Mm-hmm.
If a sim is exploring their woohoo styles and such, they can acquire new characteristics when woohooing with other sims. If they're having a good time, they may discover like different roles and like what they like or not. Like, for example, if Sim A sleeps with Sim B, Sim A is exploring style preferences. Sim B has wild and hot style. Sim A had such a great time with Sim B, they discover that they like wild and hot partners. You could be shy or open about your woohoo life. You can talk about whatever you want. Sims can have a preferred woohoo location. You can say no embracing or holding hands, no kissing, celibate. So, trigger warning, there is a woohoo trauma survivor. I'm not going to go into that. Just know that that's an option and you can read into it if you want to know more about that part of it. Woohoo. You can ask Woohoo life history. There's a look up app. It's basically the same as the Meet and Mingle. I tried that out last night. Like I said, I don't understand how that works. So I'm not, it didn't really work for me. So I tried to woohoo with the person that I met on the look up app, and she's like, it said, so and so denied you because they're not attracted to you. And I was like, oh, okay.
Interesting.
That's fair, but.
Okay, we'll have to figure out that lookup app.
And the meet and mingle. I think we tweeted Sacrificial when we did his episode, and he never really went into it. He's a very busy person, so I get it. But
Yeah.
like, I wonder, like, this person, I will say, they have a Discord thing where you can go in, you can ask questions and stuff. I'm
Okay.
just now learning Discord though, so like I haven't asked questions about the app, and it could be that I know for like example, Basemental, they have that rave location, and that doesn't work for me. Like it cancels itself out, and I went into their Discord and asked, and they said, "Well, it's probably another mod causing it." Like they were like, "Well, you'd have to delete all your other mods to make it work," and I'm like, I'm not about that life. I'm just gonna not use the So it could be a mod that's making it not work the way it is, and I don't care enough to look into it.
No, yeah.
But they are planning future things. They want to do a romantic trust. So, like, if you trust your partner or not, post pregnancy recovery system. There's social judgment. So, like, a lot of reactions and social judgment to everything happening, which is realistic. Because, like, as we know, like, I know poly people, and I know people don't react very well when someone says they're poly. They're like, oh, you just want to cheat because people don't understand how it works.
Yeah.
And then they'll do the love languages, which I'm excited for that because I'm a big love language person.
Samesies.
And autonomy is like randomly the sim will autonomously ask to put a child up for adoption, or if you want to adopt, or if you want to stop using protection, if you want to take breaks in your relationship. That'll be really cool too. I'm excited for that.
Oh, so basically gives your sim more autonomy.
Yeah.
Just kind of do whatever.
Yeah.
Or for the drama wise. Autonomy for the drama.
Yeah.
Not just doing its daily stuff, but the extra added spiciness of life.
I'm excited for that.
No, that sounds fun.
So that was the RPO mod. There's a lot to it.
Oh my god. But no, we went over a lot today. What? It was what?
19.
Not fully 19. We took a couple out.
Yeah.
So 18. 18.
Yeah.
There's total of 19, but 18 mods and some change. But definitely check out their website if you want more information. We'll put it in the show notes if you want more information about any of these mods. Definitely support the modders. Obviously, they are the people that give the juiciness to the game.
Yeah.
Because I honestly could not play without mods.
Yeah.
I can't. Once you go mods, you can't go back for some. That's me. I'm that chick. So,
like I said, I don't, even with the basemental thing, I'm like, I don't want to remove anything, so I'm just not going to play with that, because, and like, if you don't like something, take it out. Play with it for a little bit, take it out. Or if you just don't want to deal with it, you don't have to deal with it.
Because I go back and forth with a couple mods. I have them in, I take them out. I have them in, I take them out.
Yeah.
Depending on what I feel like I'm dealing with, or if they updated them lately.
Yeah.
You haven't updated in a while, I'm just going to take you out. I'll come back to you later.
Well, I've got mods, like, there's this one that hasn't been updated since 2019, and, like, it doesn't need to be, but, like, it kind of, like, sometimes I'm like, maybe I should take this out. It's not been updated in a really long time.
I have some like that, too. I'm like, yeah, they literally haven't touched it since 2018. I'm like, I know there's been a lot of updates since then.
Yeah.
But so far, it's been chilling, but...
Well, like, Sacrificial's mods, Sacrificial, like, is so busy that he doesn't update his mods very often, but, like, the person in his Discord that, like, takes care of his replies was like, well, these mods don't need to be updated because they don't use the stuff that it updates, so we don't update them like NPCC needs.
It's not going to completely crash the game or, like, crash their mod, then why go and do the extra effort just for every single little patch that EA does, you know?
I was just going to say, you have something like UI mods that does need to be updated, but if you have something that doesn't...
Why put the extra time into it? Especially with all the little updates that they already have to worry about every time they put a new pack out that is going to completely crash their thing, so...
Yeah. When they updated that one spa pack, that, like, killed a whole bunch of mods.
I believe, yeah. Spa Pack definitely.
Yeah. For like months, a bunch of them were out. And then like the high school pack, I was using this plum fruit mod, and like that took out a whole bunch of mods for a while too. And then like I just didn't go back to that one because like the phone that we have now is better than I think the way that one was.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, that's true. But no, I need to play Sims more. I have not been able to get on my Sims like I like to.
You've had a very eventful year.
I did.
Last couple months.
Wedding planning and promotion at work and just work in general, holiday times.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Lethal Company came out like around Christmas, and then now we got Power World. I haven't come back to The Sims because like those games have like taken all my time.
Nah, I feel that.
My friends are like, "Hey, Lethal Company," and I'm like, "Hell yeah, let's go." So it's been fun. Here we go with the outro. You know where to find us, Plumbobcast on Instagram and Twitter, Plumbob Podcast on Reddit, Under the Plumbob Podcast on Facebook and Tumblr. You can go to plumbobcast.com if you want to contact us, or you can email us at undertheplumbobpodcast@gmail.com. If you go to our website, though, and do that contact form, it goes to the same place. It'll be me and Jess probably replying to you. You can go to our merch shop, bit.ly/plumbobmerch. If you've gotten something, tag us on Instagram, and like we might share it, because I think Jess was wanting to do that here lately.
Yeah.
Join our Patreon. You got the $1 tier of the Broke Newbie family. You get the Discord to chat with us. And your fellow Simmonsons, if you do a $3 tier, you get that plus a monthly bonus episode. I just posted one that me and Vanity did on wildflowers. Oh my god.
You're like, what did we just do?
And I just like edited that last night. You can subscribe, rate, and review Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, Spotify. I think Jess said that Google Play was going away, and it's going to
Google Play is going away. Well, they're going away like April. Kai's got the notification. Kai, that's what I use. I use Google Play.
Okay.
Or Google Podcast. Yes, Google Podcast is going away. They're moving over to YouTube Music. They're like merging.
Oh.
Yeah, so we'll be able, I think Jess already did it, or she's going to be starting. So we'll be on YouTube Music for podcasts.
Big chunk of them on there, yeah.
Yeah. I believe Stitcher is no more, actually.
Oh.
So you may have to update this to see where we're at. But definitely Apple Podcasts, definitely Spotify. I believe we're still on Pandora. Don't know if Pandora is still a thing.
Podcast platform, we're on it. If we're not on it, tell us and we'll figure it out.
Yes.
And thank you to Lumpinou. Is it Lumpinou? I don't know. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. But everything is on their Wikipedia or not Wikipedia, Patreon. Everything's on their Patreon. And they've got a website. Everything's on there. And thank you, everyone, for listening and loving the game as much as we do. And we're grateful to share a fandom that has so much enthusiastic support.
Of course. Yeah, we love our community. We love you guys for listening and supporting. Obviously, we love our mod community for doing what EA can't do and adding such great substance to the game and such realisticness to the game as well. Being able to do adoptions and doing relationships and opening up for poly relationships in the game, and just I personally love it all just because that's just more to real life that I like to play. So
This LGBTQ mod that they have, that Lumpinou has, it is so much better than the stuff, because, like, they have I get that they have binders, and that's about, I feel like, all the representation, really, that trans people get. But, like, they have a whole bunch of, like, expanded stuff for trans people even. Check out their LGBTQ mod, it's a lot better.
Nice. Yeah, and I like how it's making them actual, like, relationships, like, actual, like, thruples and, like, that kind of stuff,
Yes.
rather than, like, Wicked Whims, you can have sex with anybody in the game, but that's just, again,
Yeah.
it's just sex with anybody in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, thank you guys for listening to us and joining us for another week.
And
we will catch y'all on the flip side. We gotta go back to the real world, unfortunately.
Save your game.
Wash your hands, save your games.
Drink some water.
Drink some water. It's still cold season, so, you know, cover your mouth when you sneeze. Make good choices.
Cover your kids' mouths, because I've got nieces. I know that they don't cover their mouths.
That's a feat in itself. But awesome. So see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.